Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who do not know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today, I am super excited to share with you the Lethal Cosmetics palette that I purchased. I purchased one of their build your own palette, and these are the shades that I selected. Yes, I will be swatching each and every one of these on camera, and I will give you guys the shade names, and I will list all of this in the description box down below, just in case you guys are curious. Just so you guys know, this palette price range is $59.15. I believe it is on sale and typically around $84 when you do this. These are pricey. That is one thing I wanted to let you guys know. They are pricey. But you do get 12 shades, which I think is pretty nice, and they are decently sized, as you guys can see here in the pan. I'm going to start off by swatching them, talking about which shades I chose. And I also wonder if you guys can tell me what shade is missing from this palette. If you guys have been with me for a while, I think you'll know that a certain color is missing, because I have said in the past that there would always be a certain color if I ever created a palette. But this color story is very, very me and I was super excited to create this. I am gonna pull these out of the palette itself just so I can see the shade name and show up the single shadow and then swatch it on my arm for you guys. So originally I thought I was going to do a kind of blue-green palette, and then I changed my mind as I was looking through the shades and really kind of picked shades that I absolutely love and know I will use more frequently. So yeah. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into swatching. This first shade right here is called Arsenic. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that, but it is a kind of like duochrome shift. Going to go ahead and swatch it right there for you. So it has kind of a pink shift to it. The next shade that I selected is Crossroads, and it is a matte shade. So it's kind of like a bubblegum kind of pink color. Then I picked the shade Terminus. This is my first time swatching these, so I'm kind of excited about it, which is kind of a berry kind of red shade. And then I picked the shade Cascade. Which is a kind of a deeper version of Terminus. It's a little bit more of the berry kind of tone. It has like a little bit more purple in it, in my opinion. Then we have the shade Frantic. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a deep kind of, it's very pretty. It's like a deep kind of burgundy red, and I absolutely love that, or kind of like a brick red. Then we have the shade Altitude, which is kind of this like periwinkle kind of blue color. Kind of like it with kind of those berry tones. Then we have the shade Release here, which I was excited about this one because it is a very kind of nice lavender. And then we have this shade right here, which is Descent, which is a lavender shade. Like a lavender kind of, ooh, but I don't know if you guys can see, it has a little bit of like a silver kind of like shift. Take it up for a little further here so you guys can see it. Oh, it's so pretty. That would be a pretty kind of like monochromatic look right there. Then we have this shade right here, which is called Unity. And this on the website is described as a deep grape, and I would definitely kind of agree with that. It is a kind of deep, kind of red purple. Then we have this beauty, which is called Remedy. I love the way, like, I'm totally wiping away the design and I kind of feel bad, but some of these are a lot softer than others too. So there is Remedy. Ooh. Definitely more of like an aqua. So pretty. I'm super excited to kind of play with all of these. Then we have this one, whatever palette I was going to make, whether it was going to be blue, green, purple, yellow, I don't know. This was always going to be in there. This is supposed to be a duochrome if I remember correctly. Oh, that looks so pretty. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like when we swatch it. Oh, it does kind of have like a green reflect in it. That's cool. It's not like a super intense duochrome when I swatch it, but super pretty. And the final shade, Petrichor, I want to say. So if you guys know me, I love teal shades, and as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have it. So that is what that one looks like. There is the entire color story of my palette. I am in love with it, you guys. It is very much something that, you know, if I were able to actually create and market a palette and all of that, that this would definitely be kind of similar tones that I would definitely place in a palette. Now I had mentioned that there's one shade that I've always said that I would put in a palette, and that shade that is missing is a black. So I did pull another palette just in case I wanted to use a black. I have no idea what look I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be going with this, so we're going to find out, because I mean, I could go the pinky red, the purpley, or like the bluey teal, or kind of mix them all together and see what happens. So we shall see what I do. I also like that this comes with a mirror. I find that really nice. I find this palette size really nice, and yeah, so that's just kind of like first impression swatches. They swatched beautifully, but you know, now I have to see how they perform on the eyes. Okay, I am going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. This has become a favorite and a staple. And just kind of stick a dot on my eye. And then I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I am going to zoom you guys in a bit though. I keep looking at it, and I had to refrain from playing with it because this is something that I was like, no, I need my first impressions to be on camera. It was like, I want to know what I think of it, and I want to share kind of my honest thoughts with you guys while I am on camera and filming and playing with this. So, yeah. Also, again, this brow, every single time. It is always a mess, but whatever. I don't know which route I want to go with this at all. Oh, the other day I kind of did like a purpley teal, and now I'm kind of like, I think I do kind of want to play with the teals and kind of maybe a pink here and there. We'll see what I end up doing. I'm gonna start off with this shade right here, which is Crossroads. I'm going to pop that on the inner portion of my crease. Let's see how these work, you guys. I'm just kind of packing it on and then going to blend it out. And I'm not taking it, I'm taking it like halfway to my lid. The next shade I'm going to go into is Altitude right here. It is that periwinkle shade. So, yeah, I think also my lights are kind of washing these colors out, so hopefully as I'm doing it. They're also very powdery, just so you guys know, if you can kind of see in the pan there, but that doesn't really bug me. To me, powdery shadows are fine. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I really like that. So far, so good. I am, however, now curious like what this palette would look like if I put a black in it. But I don't think it would have, I don't know. I have shades that will deepen. But I like these kind of like pastel-y colors. Because I don't have a ton of pastels. I have a few, but not like a huge amount of pastels. I think that's something that's kind of missing from my makeup collection. And then I'm going to go into this teal shade here, the Petrichor shade. And I'm gonna place that next to Altitude right here on the edge of my eye. We'll see how this goes, because this might be where I'm making my mistake. I don't know. Ooh, that is pretty. I'm just gonna take it slightly onto my lid. How nicely these go on my eyes though. So far, so good. Very curious to see how the shimmers work, and I'm not sure which shimmer I'm gonna go with. Okay, so I'm taking a little bit more of that Altitude shade and just kind of popping that on, just so it shows up still with the teal right next to it. Ooh, I like that. Then I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush and I'm just going to slightly go over and blend everything together. Have you guys tried anything from Lethal Cosmetics? You'll have to let me know down below. You'll have to let me know in the comment section if you guys have. I'm very kind of curious to see what other people think. So far, so good. I mean, this is just the first impressions. It's not the end-all be-all of my thoughts. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Descent and place that on my lid. And I do think I'm going to spray this shimmer. I don't know. Sometimes I do that first and other times I don't. But I am just gonna use a little bit of setting spray. I feel all like pastel-y Easter egg, but I love it. I think I'm gonna have fun kind of getting very, very different looks out of this palette. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna pop off the camera and I'm going to do my liner and my mascara, and then we will do my lower lash line, my inner corner, and we will pick a lipstick. Yay. Okay, I am back and I just did my winged liner and my mascara, and I really kind of like how it kind of pulled everything together. I will again have everything listed down below, including shade names of the shadows that I have and what I selected, as well as kind of links and things that are not affiliated in my description box for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do my lower lash line. See what we, kind of come up with. So I'm going to go into this shade right here, Terminus, which, do you see this shade? I got my fingernail in it already. I don't know how that happened. Makes me kind of sad. But I'm gonna go dip into that. And we're gonna run this kind of like along my lash. For my inner corner, and I think this is a pretty obvious choice because I did pick this shade to be an inner corner shade for this palette. It's going to be Arsenic right here, that duochrome kind of pink. And I'm just going to take this on a pencil brush so I can pop it into my inner corner. Ooh, I like that for my inner corner. It's just a nice kind of pop. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to go use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Berry Recognize. Pop this onto my lips and then we will talk a little bit more about the palette and kind of my thoughts. Okay, so here is the final look. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm quite pleased with how these shadows and everything work. I know that I've only played with 6 of the 12 shades in this palette, and I definitely will be doing more looks with this. I'm kind of curious, would this be a palette that you guys would pick up if like it was mass produced? I'm just kind of curious because, you know, I mean, dreams, right? Not that I want to own my own makeup brand, but it'd be fun to kind of collab and like have a palette out. Like that would be kind of cool. But overall, I really liked how these shadows performed. I think they performed beautifully for my first time using them. I kind of liked that I got some pastel-y shades and that teal. Oh, I've always looked for like a really good teal, and I think this one might fit the bill. Do I regret not putting a black shade in there? No, I don't. I think I have enough kind of black matte shadows for my makeup collection that I didn't really need another one. I do, however, think that they would probably come out with a very pigmented black just because a lot of these shadows were very kind of rich and pigmented. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for the shadows that I picked and the other looks that I can come up with. I can see myself using this palette quite a bit. So that's a good thing. It definitely fits kind of the tones and the shades and the stuff that I kind of gravitate towards, and I really like that I was able to do that. And I'm still surprised that I didn't go with like an all green eyeshadow palette or like a green, blue, teal kind of palette, but I have enough of those in my collection. I don't need another one. So overall, I do kind of think Lethal Cosmetics is a brand that you should check out. Again, they are kind of pricey, but their shadows perform beautifully this first time. I'm not going to go with this as my final review. I'm going to play with it a little bit more, and I will give my thoughts somewhere down the road for you guys and kind of let you know what I think of Lethal Cosmetics. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a like. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I am trying to reach 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think it would be amazing if I were able to reach that goal. And it would just require you to subscribe and maybe occasionally watch some of my videos. Also, leave a comment down below. Again, is this an eyeshadow palette you guys would ever be like, yeah, I'd buy that, or no, I wouldn't? Just give me your thoughts. And if you've tried Lethal Cosmetics, let me know your experience with other shades and things like that. Well, thank you again. I do hope that you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!